TikTok personality known as Kodiak Red is in trouble with the law again.
Inside a handbag, they found Venegas' credit cards and a gun with its serial number removed and spray-painted blue.
How did an overnight viral rap phenomenon go from the top of the internet to a symbol of spectacular failure? For a few brief, explosive months, the Island Boys were everywhere. Their distinct look, their offbeat song, and their fearless audacity captured the internet's attention. But for many who followed their saga, their collapse felt almost predestined. This is a look at how two brothers, given a golden ticket to fame, chose self-destruction, leaving behind a trail of squandered opportunities, legal troubles, and a cautionary tale about the brutal reality of social media stardom. To understand their journey, you have to go all the way back to their beginnings. It starts far from the glitz and glamour of Miami, in the hardscrabble streets of West Palm Beach, Florida. It's a city where the chasm between wealth and hardship yawns like a bottomless abyss. In this harsh backdrop, Frank and Alex Venegas' childhood was steeped in struggle. At just 6 years old, a devastating blow struck. Their father died of a stroke, leaving their mother to raise them alone. Their youth was a whirlwind of chaos, a constant cycle of petty theft, stealing cars, and frequent stints in juvenile detention. But even amid the turmoil, music became their guiding light. Dreaming of rap stardom, they adopted the stage names Kodiak Red and Fly Soldier. What they lacked in skill, they made up for with confidence and an expensive, unmistakable image. Inspired by SoundCloud rappers, they poured over $30,000 into vibrant coral-like dreadlocks and bold face tattoos. This distinctive look would set the stage for their big break, but it also became a mask for the deep-seated issues that would eventually unravel them. It all started with a simple, poolside freestyle video in October 2021. The scene was bizarre and compelling. Two brothers with their wildly colourful dreadlocks were bouncing offbeat to a repetitive hook that was impossible to ignore. The lyrics were simple, the flow was off-kilter, but the visuals were like something from another planet. Viewers were stunned, amused, and couldn't stop sharing. In a matter of days, the video exploded, racking up over 10 million views and catapulting them into internet stardom. The clip sparked a wave of remixes and parodies, and even inspired Halloween costumes. They had become a global meme sensation overnight. The nickname, the Island Boys, was born from fan spontaneity and swiftly became their brand. For a moment, it seemed like their dreams were coming true. Explosive fame brought money and opportunity, but fame is like a treasure map, and for the Island Boys, their arrogance made them wander straight into the swamp. As fame's spotlight intensified, a different side of the duo began to emerge. Brands and lucrative offers flooded their inbox, and instead of taking a moment to build a career, they chose to flaunt their perceived success. While their song was still going viral, some of the most influential voices in music saw the truth. Legendary rapper Snoop Dogg called their vocals a disaster, a blunt, public warning that should have been a wake-up call, but they brushed it off. Instead of seizing the chance to improve, the Island Boys doubled down, flashing contracts, jewelry, and view counts as a defense. That confidence quickly morphed into arrogance, and arrogance became the broken brake on their career's runaway ride. The first reality check came on a stage in Miami. Under the booming bass and stage lights, the crowd didn't even let them finish their opening line before erupting in boos and whistles, driving them off the stage in a humiliating public spectacle. The freefall had begun. The Island Boys' greatest challenge was not their talent, it was their pride. They had two chances to transition from fleeting internet stars to legitimate names in music, and their ego caused them to blow both of them. A golden opportunity arose with an offer to collaborate with rapper Kodak Black, a chance that many believed could have transformed them from memes into real artists. They passed on the chance, betting on their own self-reliance to keep all the profits and glory. In the high-stakes game of their career, it was a reckless move. Then came another shot at legitimacy, a spot on Logan Paul's massively popular Impulsive podcast. At first, things went smoothly. That is, until co-host George Janko offered some practical financial advice. "I think you guys take all of your jewelry assets and invest them in something so you guys will never ever be broke again," he said. The simple, sensible advice struck their oversized egos like a lightning bolt. They fired back sharply, and the conversation spiraled into a public spat. To everyone's shock, they stormed out of the studio. The public didn't see grit. They saw immaturity immaturity and oversensitivity to criticism. The public's perception of the Island Boys shifted from a joke to outright contempt in a series of shocking incidents. In February 2022, the roar of helicopters and armored vehicles shattered the quiet around the brothers' home. A SWAT team stormed in. The scene made every evening news broadcast. But what shocked audiences more was the name they heard. Alexander James Thomas, a childhood friend of the brothers, was arrested for horrific crimes. Though the brothers faced no charges, the court of public opinion cared little for legal nuances. Having their names tied to such a headline was enough to obliterate their last shred of credibility. Advertising deals vanished, and tens of thousands of fans unfollowed them. With their fame in freefall, they dove headfirst into a final, desperate attempt to stay relevant. In August 2023, a video of the brothers kissing each other was posted and spread like wildfire. For many, this wasn't a joke anymore. It was the final line crossed. The few remaining brands cut all negotiation. They became symbols of distaste and desperation. This one act, meant to salvage their fame, slammed shut the last doors to serious partnership, making them untouchable to artists and brands alike. To mask their decline, the Island Boys flaunted a lavish lifestyle, gleaming mansions, sleek supercars, and dazzling diamond jewelry. But behind the facade lay a grim reality. Reports claimed they were drowning in debt, and their primary income source, Cameo, had dried up. Their prices plummeted from over $100 to just $30, yet even at that bargain rate, they couldn't attract customers. In desperation, they turned to controversial YouTuber Jack Doherty to leech off his remaining spotlight. But this only led to more endless drama and a public brawl, further enraging the online community. In the final darkest chapter of their journey, the cracks between the two brothers became a chasm. In late 2024, Alex confessed on a live stream that Frankie had destroyed everything, tanking his credit score and plunging them both into financial ruin. Then, in early 2025, Frankie, known as Kodiak Red, was once again entangled with the law, arrested for gun and substance possession. This time, however, his twin brother Alex was nowhere to be seen. It was revealed that the two had officially called it quits and were no longer speaking, leaving each other to face their demons alone. The fall of the Island Boys is a stark reminder that fame and success can arrive swiftly, but they vanish just as quickly when humility and respect for others are forgotten. They were given a golden ticket to the big leagues, a chance that millions of aspiring artists can only dream of, but instead of seizing it, they chose self-destruction. Their journey is a tragedy of their own making. Oversized egos, reckless audacity, and an unwillingness to evolve slammed shut every door to redemption. They once had it all: fame, millions of fans, and a shot at becoming true artists. Now, they stand as the internet's ultimate cautionary tale, proof that fame comes easily, but keeping it demands talent, perseverance, and above all, self-respect.